Hey, hey, Cancer. How you doing? Happy March. Very excited to read for my moon sisters and brothers. Let's see what's going on in your deep soul this March. Cancer. Cancer sun, Cancer moon, Cancer rising. Spirit, what's in the forecast? What do we need to know? What do we need to know for Cancer? Cancer sun, Cancer moon, Cancer rising. I want to send a super quick shout out to sweet Richard. You are the best. I appreciate you. Sweet Cancer soul. Okay. Cancer. Cancer sun, Cancer moon, Cancer rising. What's up with y'all? What's up, moon child? What do they need to know for their highest good, Spirit? Woohoo! Okay, I like the... Whoa! Alright, alright, alright. Oh, geez, Cancer. Because it can never be too easy or else it's not interesting, huh? Alright, good. Okay. This is applicable, Cancer. You have the High Priestess in your future, but only after you let go of a little bit of baggage. So, got really excited because you have the Three of Cups at the center of your spread. A card of celebration, a card of friendship, a card of celebrating and marking occasions. So I feel that some of you are definitely doing that this month, and perhaps they're really bringing, they keep saying Pisces, so it may be that we're in Pisces season and then you have a birthday, somebody close to you who's Pisces. But Cancer, you and I are all too familiar with this Tower card that is crossing the center of your spread. And what I'm getting with this, they're connecting it to the Devil, which is sitting in the position of what is unconscious. You may not yet be seeing something in your life, Cancer, that is unsustainable. You may actually be feeling like quite satisfied, like maybe even a little bit of I'm resting on my laurels a tiny little bit. Maybe I'm enjoying a little bit too much of this, just what they're saying, okay, Cancer? So if you've never been here before, please know anything that I say from Spirit is said with absolutely unconditional love and never judgment. Some of you are indulging too much, whether that's a drink, whether that's a substance, whether that's, and this is literally what they're saying, even like really, really like, and I'm not, again, I promise I'm not judging you and neither is Spirit, but they're saying like even literally like garbage television. And what do I mean by that? I don't mean just like fun stuff. I love fun stuff. I mean, I'm not going to call any daytime hosts out by name, but you know, when you find out that you're not the father and you do like a football end zone dance, it's probably not the most like vibration raising, consciousness expanding kind of stuff to take in. And whatever it might, wherever that applies for you, Cancer, where maybe you feel like maybe you've overindulged in something a little bit and it's starting to make you something, and this is what they're saying, something that used to make you feel good is now starting to make you feel bad, and or at the very least kind of like hollow. Like, oh, hey, damn it, at least eating mass quantities of cake used to give me like a rush of pleasure, like even for a few minutes, but now I'm just kind of like, yay cake, yay booze, yay weed, whatever, like whatever the thing may be, yay garbage TV, I used to love this, now it feels like shit. Like, or talking, okay, that's what they're also saying, talking shit with your friends. These are the kinds of things that drag you down, okay? Like, and it might feel fun at the time, and again, I swear to God, like, I'm not trying to come at you from a judgmental place, people gossip. Like, I know, like, we do it. We're humans. It's even, like, people could argue, like, biologically, evolutionarily, it was, like, useful for, like, us to pass along, oh, hey, don't be alone with that guy. He's a fucking weirdo, and he clubbed that chick the other day. Like, it's important. But something is unsustainable. Something is unhealthy. Something is, it's a little too much. And I feel some of you are actually, like, really done with it. And not all of you, because, like I said, Knight of Cups says that some of you are feeling very satisfied. But the Eight of Cups and the High Priestess sit in your future. And actually, the second half of your spread, you only have really, I would say, 3 problematic cards here. Cards that give me a little bit of like, ooh. So the Tower, the Devil, and then the Eight of Cups. Which the Eight of Cups in itself is not like a quote-unquote bad card, but it is a card of leaving behind toxic, stagnant, long overdue, like, need to wash my hands of this and move on, because if I sip from that cup one more time, that dirty, dank, algae-filled water is going to make me vomit. You're a very intuitive sign, Cancer, so if you know that you have some habit or some thought process, the devil can be many things. And if you haven't been here before, Cancer, the devil's not Satan, the devil's not evil, it's not about some bad external force. It's about our shadowy side. The unique thing, because yes, there are very common human things that we're ashamed of, right? So like jealousy, lust, rage, greed. These are devilish things, not because they're evil, but because they're things that we try to hide away instead of recognizing them as perfectly, like, natural. Not that we want to stay there, but it's exactly, you know, what we bury grows. There's the bad news. Like, it's better to actually dig that shit up and be like, huh, you know, you find an old dirty boot when you dig and you just go, wow, I didn't even know that I had this kind of envy inside of me. I didn't know that something this, you know, I'm looking at it and I think it's gross or whatever, but it's part of me. That frees you. That allows you to actually examine your behavior and go, oh, well, that's not really true, is it? Like, maybe you have some self-loathing, maybe like that envy thing that I just talked about, and Spirit is kind of harping on this, so I'm just going to stay with it. If you experience envy or jealousy, it's not about the other person and what they have or what you don't have so much as it is about what you don't feel and love about yourself. The thing is that I think you're doing really well, Cancer. I think you've had some successes recently. I just think your cards are coming up like, hey, you're doing really well. Isn't now the time to, if I've been feeling bad in my body, rather than being like, oh, I don't want to get bad news, go to the damn doctor. Uncover it. Uncover that old boot, whatever it might be. Like, don't ignore anything in your life that feels a little shaky this month. And if, for example, your relationship feels a little shaky, and I'm just going there because that's what a lot of people worry about when they see a tower. If your relationship feels shaky, go, this is the worst analogy ever, I'm going to keep coming back to this old boot that we're for some reason digging up, but go to your fucking partner, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your whatever, and tell them, hey, like, are we okay? Things feel kind of shaky, and I'm just worried because I love you, or whatever the conversation you need to have. Maybe you're the one who feels shaky inside, and you're like, oh, are we still, is this still? Have the conversation. Don't ignore this. Yes, I do feel like having these confrontations, whether they're within yourself or with another person, I do feel that for some of you it is going to lead to a certain kind of walking away. But the Eight of Cups always says that when you're walking away from something that you need to walk away from faithfully, because you know that there's something better out there for you. So if that means literally for some of you sobriety, like, damn, I really wish I could continue to drink out of these cups of this substance or this hobby, but I know it's making me sick or even killing me, and I have to stop because this is unsustainable. Trust your intuition on this, Cancer. The High Priestess follows that Eight of Cups. This says to me a couple of things. A, like I said, trust your intuition on what this is for you. Like, damn, this really isn't good for me. I think I need to leave it behind if I'm going to have this level up that, like I said, we're about to move on to the second half of your spread, which is, like, gorgeous. But if you're going to have this level up, you have to give up something that you know in your heart that even if, like, it continues to give you some kind of, like, habitual pleasure, it's kind of a ghost, a shadow of pleasure at this point is what I'm feeling. And you're doing so fucking well otherwise. Like, you have the Nine of Pentacles showing up saying, like, look at you with, like, you're doing a wonderful job, you're being productive, you're making your money. People are proud of the work that you're doing, you're proud of the work that you're doing, and yet there is just something inside of you that wants to be heard. When the devil shows up, it's some part of us that is crying, you know? It's some part of us that is like, what about me? And if you don't look at me, then I will cause you to do some fucked up shit like self-sabotage you to sleep through an important meeting or say something snappy to your spouse when y'all were already in a shaky place and then whoop, we just threw everything out the window because I didn't want to look at my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the devil thing. It's not that it's out to ruin your life, it's out to get your attention, and if you don't give it your attention, it could ruin your life. It happens to people. People who say, I don't have a problem, I don't have a problem, I don't have a problem. Those are the people that need AA, right? If we acknowledge that we have a problem, then we can have the means to fix it. And if we don't acknowledge that we have a problem and for all the world we look like we're doing great, we can be fucking rotting away on the inside. And we see it all the time. Like, I happen to be broadcasting from the US, and I would say it's sort of emblematic of our culture, actually, to be like a fucking rotten tooth with beautiful porcelain veneers on it. Woo! All right. All right. The rest of your spread, Cancer, is so beautiful, which is why I feel so encouraged that this devil, this shadow work that wants to be done, it wants to be done because there's something wonderful out here for you. So let's talk about it. Couldn't almost have a more perfect card to be sitting in the position of what is the key to your reading this month. This is strength. And strength is literally, to me, the antidote to the devil. The strength card is usually featuring like a soft, gentle woman kneeling next to the big, giant, open maw of a lion. But the lion is calm and is digging its claws pleasurably into the ground and not, you know, ripping her open. It is appreciating and adoring her attention. And this is about the fact that we all have a beast inside, Cancer. We all have that lion of jealousy or rage or greed or whatever shameful emotion that we feel. And most of us would rather cage or beat or try to kill that aspect of us, when really what we need to do is give it love and tell it that it's heard and ask it what it needs and wants from us to feel seen and to feel heard and supported. Oftentimes all it needs is to be told that, like, oh my God, that's not a weird thing that you want. You know, that's not weird that you feel scared that you're not good enough, or that's not weird that you want the same thing that person over there has. That's okay, I understand. How can we get it? You know what I'm saying? You will be much more powerful as someone walking beside their loyal, fully fledged, fully powerful, fully fed lion than as some weird ringmaster who's like so proud that you have this beaten up, haggard lion in a cage. Who's more powerful? You know what I'm saying? You have the strength card as the key. Where you find yourself, the sun. Here comes the clarity. The other card I would love to see come out when we're dealing with the devil, because all the devil needs is to come to light. All the shadow needs is to be exposed and appreciated. I feel like the glory continues is what they just said. So like I said, some of you have been doing a really wonderful job of like being productive or creating something. The appreciation and the recognition, it feels like, continues to pour in. It feels like the path ahead is clear, and it's only going to get more clear. Trust your intuition on this. Be kind to your inner lion. What is available to you? What energy is around you? 10 of Cups. Love. Some of you have a wonderful partner, but I'm feeling beyond that. Whew. This is such a big reading for you, Cancer, but this is what they're saying, okay? For a lot of you, your tower moment is the ego death of recognizing that you need to love yourself the way you want to be loved. And if anybody else is going to do it for you, you got to show them how. And it's not even with words. It's just with the way you treat yourself. It's where you draw the line. It's when you hang up the phone. Oh, and that's what they just said, okay? So some of you are literally talking to people that are like verbally abusive and they're like not even present. So you could just be like, you know, when you talk to me that way, I really can't converse with you. So call me when you're ready to talk about this in a way that is acceptable. Draw your lines. Now, the 10 of Cups, that love is already around you. Now, what is possible? 10 of Cups wasn't good enough. How about the 10 of Pentacles? How about you're not just productive and good at your work and good with your money, but you actually have more than enough to share, to pass on, to build something long-lasting. Some of you are going to save money if you stop drinking or stop smoking or stop whatever it is that you're doing. And you may be able to get yourself out of trouble faster than you think. That's what they're saying. Okay, so what I'm hearing with that is like maybe there's some kind of debt or something for some of you, and it's like, ooh, if I fix this, then I mean that's, you know, that's $200 a month. I'm just funneling into my credit card instead of like smoking cigarettes or whatever. Don't be afraid to look at what looks bad, because that's how you're going to make it look really fucking good, Cancer. Your luck looks good. Your intuition looks fucking fantastic, so listen to it. If you hear a little jingling bell on the perimeter saying something's happening, go see what's happening. You'll be doing more celebrating soon, Cancer, but it will be a more full-throated, wholesome, genuine, full-body, full-fledged celebration than just like, ooh, this feels good. It's going to be like, this is good. I like it. I like it. Don't be afraid to let go of what's no longer serving you. And if something has been trying to wriggle away from you, let it wriggle away, because what's coming to you looks fucking fantastic and infinitely more satisfying. Both, you know, emotionally and financially fulfilling. So lean in, Cancer. Love on yourself. Whenever those mean internal, like that internal monologue or other people saying things that trigger you, don't think about them. Don't punish yourself. Ask yourself what part of you is being triggered and have sympathy and empathy for maybe that small child version of yourself that originally gained this wound. That now when somebody says you think too much of yourself, maybe you're not thinking of it consciously in the moment, but something takes you back to when you were 6 years old and you came dancing and screaming into the living room and your dad turned around and barked at you to be quiet because he was just tired and had come home from a long day and all he wanted was a little silence, and now you gained this fucking tumor of I am too much. Spiritual surgery. We can take that out. And we can go, oh, this is malignant. This isn't a part of me. This isn't mine. I was trying to protect myself and I built a big fucking pocket. And I'm just going to go ahead and take that out. And before I get deeper into the spiritual surgery metaphors, Cancer, I will leave it there and trust you to follow your intuition down this road. I really appreciate you, Cancer, and I really hope this is helpful. I'm sending you a ton of love, and if you have questions or anything you want to share, please let me know below, or if you want to get personal and do something one-on-one, my info is in the box below too. I appreciate you, and if I don't see you in next week's Magic Monday episode, then I hope I see you in next month's reading. Bye-bye!